Hello, how are you doing? Uh, Good afternoon to everyone. Well, my name is Sergio Andres Garcia Forero. I am 32 years old. Right now, I work as a teacher. I've been an English teacher like for 8 or 9 years so far. I'm studying to be, well, professional in what I do. Because, I am an environmental engineer and, I am not what we call a professional teacher. I don't have the degree yet, but I am working on it. Well, in this video and with this presentation, we are going to answer the questions proposed in the current activity. So, let's start. Okay, what is the purpose of this course? Well, according to the syllabus, the purpose of this course is to strengthen the foreign language, linguistic, social linguistic, and pragmatic competences through the accomplishment of oral production tasks in given sets of real-time interaction to communicate and discuss effectively about complex issues. So, in my own words, we are going to speak a lot in this course. This is what we are going to improve our oral skills, and this is the goal that we have here. Okay, how many learning outcomes can you find in the syllabus? Well, there are 4 learning outcomes in the syllabus. The first one is to demonstrate the oral skills when we speak. Number 2 is to be able to discuss about controversial topics. I don't know, for example, let's say Petra or Uribe, something like that. The learning outcome number 3 is to interpret or understand a standard speech when it is not clearly structured, but even though we can understand it. And the final learning outcome is to describe complex situations or subjects with clear and detailed information about particular points. So we will be able to make perfect and detailed descriptions about something or someone with an appropriate conclusion. Number 3, what are the synchronic interaction activities? Well, these activities are when we can interact with our peers, our tutor, classmates, whoever that belongs to our community. Number 4, how many activities does the course have? Well, the course is composed by 3 moments: initial moment, intermediate moment, and final moment. The initial moment has 1 activity, the intermediate moment has 4 activities, and the final moment has 1 activity. Let's go to the next slide. Which activities in the course imply real-time interaction? Well, as I can see, there are 4 activities that imply real-time interaction. Task number 2 with the weekly encounters, task number 3 with a debate, task number 4, there is going to be a lot of speaking in that task with our classmates, and in the task number 6, because we have to create a webinar. Now, what about the rules and the conditions of the course? Well, I think that the first part of the rules talk about agree with all the technological and the security stuff that the platforms and the university demand. In the second part of those rules, well, they talk about the respect to the entire community, teachers, classmates, the administrative people, whatever. And finally, it talks about our commitment to the goals and the encounters proposed in this course. Finally, is your institutional email working properly? Yes, it is. Now, it was just the step number 1. Now let's go with the step number 2. This is a reflection. So let's start. Have you got an English language level certification? Yes, I do. I've got one. No, I don't. I don't have one. I have 2. One, I got it like 10 years ago. It's a Michigan exam. Well, I think it is. I don't know. It has a deadline. I think we passed it already. And number 2 is the EF exam. Right now, my English level is like C1 or C2. how did I get that level? Well, I was studying English since I was a young boy. Well, I lived in the US for a couple of years. I've been traveling my whole life to different countries with where they speak English. So, well, this is a huge benefit. Why are you studying English as a foreign language? Well, as I said, I am an environmental engineer, but I am not a teacher, so I'm trying to make myself a professional doing what I do. Number four, how is studying a language as an adult and different from studying it as a child? Well, I think that learning a new language is a different process when you are an adult because when you're an adult, you focus your efforts on the grammar, on the structures, on the order of the things. But when you're a child, you just take it as you did it with your main language, just following examples, watching, observing, listening, and repeating. No more. You interact like nothing or no one else is happening around you. You just do it because you want to do it. How long should you study a foreign language? Well, according to the FSI, that's the Foreign Service Institute, that's an institution from the United States, to learn a language, well, at least to talk a little bit, maybe to defend yourself, um, it's like 480 hours just with the basic. You have to dedicate like 8 hours a day, so it's like 60 days. But if you do it maybe 2 hours a day, it would take you 240 days. But if you want to be like a C2, you need 1,000 hours in total to achieve this. Now, how can you make language learning a part of your life in the future? Well, from my perspective or my personal point of view, well, I think that learning is an endless process. We need to understand the importance of keep learning every single day of our lives. It doesn't matter if what we're learning is a language or maybe how to fix the sink. The important thing is to encourage ourselves to make something new. Of course, I have to say that learning different languages open doors to new cultures, new experiences, to travels, to whatever. Finally, how can you organize lifelong language learning? Well, this is a question that, well, that this question made me think a lot. What can I do to keep learning languages during my whole life? Well, I think that I have to set long-term goals, and these goals must be related or focused on traveling to different countries with different language from the ones that we already know. For example, I can say every 5 years I am traveling to a different country. So this time, the first time I'm going to travel to France, so I have to learn French. In 5 years, I am going to travel to India, and so I have to learn Hindu. In 10 years, I am going to travel, I don't know, to Portugal, so I will have to learn Portuguese. And this is why, or this is how I would keep learning my whole life. Well, guys, I think this is it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you have enjoyed the video and see you in the next opportunity. Goodbye.